Hi everyone. I just got an Apple Watch and I have to end my workout. Hopefully that won't shut off my vlog. I was doing a vlog and then my watch said, did you finish your walk? And apparently I have, because I'm sitting down in front of MGH Boston, which is right there. Coming back to the scene of the crime. My phone's on Do Not Disturb now, so I will be all good. So why I'm vlogging today, I thought it would be a nice change of pace. Change of pace for you, not change of pace for me, because this is like, I don't know, the fourth time on a Monday that I've been at MGH in Boston. Look at the tall buildings, and they're building more buildings. So I hope that you can hear me okay. So I had speech therapy this morning. It's the beginning of August 2025. I think it's like the 3rd or the 4th or something, whatever that Monday is. And you want to correlate speech therapy to cancer usually. But I've had a lot of weird things again going on, so of course my head goes to like what's wrong with me, and not even so much thinking that the cancer is coming back. It's just like a matter of like why is my body so different, what's happening. I'm now, oh my god, I weighed in last week and I'm now more heavier than even when I was pregnant. So they're trying to sort out why. And it's interesting that like you go to see different doctors. I saw my PCP. Well, I saw the nurse for my PCP, and you take these little nooks and crannies from people to medical people to try to figure out what's going on with you, and it's not always the people that you think should have the answers that do have the answers. So when I was at my PCP, I've had this lump in. Well, since I'm pretty movable today, I've had this lump, like pretty much, I thought it was more to the right. She said it was in the center. And my stomach's been distended. I feel like my stomach's been distended on and off since I started getting sick right before my diagnosis. I just assumed probably a correct assumption that, you know, the tamoxifen, it causes weight gain, slows your metabolism. I'm on other meds like related to post-cancer treatment that do the same thing. So yeah, I'm up to, oh my god, a number that is 10 pounds more than when I was 9 months pregnant, which is crazy. Part of why I came on here to do a vlog was that I just passed I was walking down here to get back on the T, and I passed this woman that, like, I'm pretty sure was pregnant. She was young, her belly button sticking out, and I'm like, maybe I should just own it, but people want to think I'm pregnant because I'm 53, and that's not typically common. Anyway, why was I at speech therapy? So I started, I think this is my 4th session. I originally started, what the hell was that? I originally started the speech therapy because I had an anaphylactic reaction to shrimp. Originally started in September of last year, and then happened again Thanksgiving of last year. That led to me being in the ER with like 911, EpiPen, the whole 9. And it was kind of weird because it's like I've been eating shrimp for my whole life, and they told me that people that have gone through cancer treatments, this is like the overriding thing for today, in general, like your body, again, I'm not a medical doctor, this is just the pieces that I'm putting together from all the things that I'm hearing. Your body goes into this like defense mode where things that are routine for you, your body's like, hang on, is that actually routine? You know, should I be sounding the, you know, fire alarm to like, you know, beware, let's protect Jen? And I don't know if that's what the whole allergy thing was about. I mean, part of me wants to know why so that it doesn't happen again. And part of me is like, something happened, let's just go about life being chill and doing all the right things, and then I should just be fine. I don't know. But at least today, I had gone to an ENT, ear, nose, and throat doctor, and to figure out what was going on when I passed my shrimp challenge. So they're like, well, you're not actually allergic to shrimp. And I'm like, so I don't understand what happened. You don't just need an EpiPen like for nothing. So I went to an ENT because they thought maybe there's something like breathing wise like wrong here, and that's what needs to be addressed. So I actually learned quite a lot from the ENT. I don't think I'd ever even been to one before. And then they had done a barium swallow, which I know I've vlogged about because that was a couple months ago at this point, so you can rewind to watch that one. which basically showed not much of anything. It showed I had mild GERD. I feel like everyone my age has mild GERD. So, I mean, it was interesting. I'm glad that I did it. The barium swallow, what is in my mouth? There's like something, I just had an avocado toast. I don't know if I'm spitting avocado at you. Anyway, so the ENT recommended that I try speech therapy for just like a few sessions, like 4 to 6 sessions, in order to basically calm this part of my body down, calming my throat down, which in turn will calm my nervous system down to not react when something is happening that could be somewhat, alerting. I'm not vocabularying right. So she's shown me a couple of things. Like I have a kazoo that she gave me, basically about how to breathe and not being so tight when I'm breathing. And part of that is facial. Like for me, I don't have TMJ or anything, but I tend to, like, I clench at night when I sleep. So like here tends to be very, seems to be very, I don't know if tight's the right word. But forever, like everyone in my family kind of has this like this non-jawline. It just kind of like goes down. And I just assumed it, like whenever I gain weight there. She said that it's actually muscle. It's not really fat. Like all this here is muscle. And it just, I tend to like hold, as many people do, hold their stress in their face. So I'm just, every time I'm like, or whatever, I'm just like exacerbating it more here. And of course, everything is all attached. So we want like breathing to be, sorry, I don't have a tripod today to be holding this more steady. Breathing to be easy, like deep breathing to be easier. So, and ways to, when you are stressed or anxious, what you can do to ease that. So one is the kazoo. You breathe. Actually, I have it with me. Should I play my kazoo? Sure. Why not have people look at me even weirder? Do I care? Not really. So here's my little treat bag from here. This will be my thumbnail. Here's MJ's in the background with my kazoo. Woohoo! I was actually joking about the kazoo because she was talking about breathing through a straw because it controls your breathing. This is actually how I quit smoking like years ago. Was you inhale and exhale through a straw. You can't really hyperventilate because you have to breathe slowly to breathe in and out of a straw. Can you hear that? Which obviously you could do without the straw, which is, and I actually have used that technique for when I had my hysteroscopy a couple of weeks ago, when I had a polyp removed from my uterus. It's been quite a couple of weeks, months, years, 4 years. I'm almost 4 years at cancer free. So here's the kazoo. And the main thing is it's kind of like a diaphragmatic breathing thing, which the way she explained it to me was not how I first learned how to do diaphragmatic breathing. Because you read all these things about how to breathe right, and they all talk about when you inhale, like you stick your belly out like a Buddha belly, but then when you exhale, you bring your stomach in, almost pulling your belly button towards your spine. And I said to her, like, that's hard for me to do because my midsection seems very distended. It's not even like I'm, like here, you see this? This shirt used to hang loosely. And now I just have this thing here. It's not down here. And I usually like hold my weight in the lower half of my abdomen, but it's here where it's all distended. And it was like that. I had a banana and a Chobani, drinkable Chobani yogurt thing. And my stomach like ballooned up first thing this morning. And I'm like, it can't be super about food because I don't know, it's like as soon as I got off the tea, it was like that. I'm like, it's first thing in the morning. That doesn't usually happen till later on in the day. So she said, when you're breathing in, it's okay if, your sides are going to go out. She's like, put your hands on your ribs. I'm like, I can only feel the top part of my rib because the rest of it is covered by, like, I can feel this part of my rib, but then I have this going on here. And it's not fat. I can't really pinch this. It's like solid, almost like muscular. that's what they're trying to sort out. I have an ultrasound in 2 weeks to see, they're like, is it gas? Which I would be like farting and burping if it were gas. Don't have any reflux or anything. Look, I'm being attacked by pigeons and birds looking for food. So the kazoo, when you're inhaling, she's like, it's okay to not like be pushing your boob belly out. Like when you're inhaling, am I saying that right? It doesn't have to be the front of your stomach is my point. Like when I am inhaling and exhaling, it's mostly the sides that I feel, and she said that's fine. She actually had me squatting when I was doing my inhaling, exhaling. Like I would squat down and inhale, and then I'd come up and exhale and actually say a word, but speak out instead of speaking down. And that's the main thing with the kazoo. You don't blow a kazoo like going down. You blow it going out this way. And what I learned today, which was interesting and so minor, but yet not at the same time, after surgeries and everything, like I was driving a long time yesterday. I had gone kayaking the day before. The water was pretty rough, so I was sore still. I still get sore in here. I mean, it's a surgical site. I still needed a pillow underneath my arm when I was driving the way home, which I haven't needed that in a really, really long time. So it's not like everything goes away. Anyway, but you tend to like cower over a little bit, like you're protecting yourself. So like instead of sitting up, like with your shoulders back, you're kind of like hunched forward in order to like protect this area. And it's hard, or not hard, it's a process to go from like covering up and like, you know, wanting to cross so like no one bangs into you, and just to protect the boob area, to like going up to sitting up and like putting your shoulders back and opening up this whole area. It's a big deal both physically and mentally, about sitting up straight and opening up. Opening up is a big deal. You're putting your shoulders back, you're pushing your chest out, which is a big deal muscle wise, because you're going back to kind of how you were before with pushing your muscles back, while also having trust and faith that like putting your chest out is like like you're showing everyone, like, you know, here's the reconstructed boobs, you know, here's my boobs that were cut out of me aren't there anymore, but I'm just gonna like put my shoulder back and you know, put these out there. It's what's the word I'm looking for? It's a vulnerable position to be in post-op. And even though it's been 4 years, this is like where I am right now. So it's a matter of sitting up, and when I speak, it's not like speaking down. I have to speak out. I'm actually going to be interviewed by, it'll be up on YouTube, by Wayne Braverman, who recently retired from being the editor-in-chief, or I'm not sure what that's called, at the town newspaper, which has really blown up. I mean, the paper, I mean, it's a very successful nonprofit. And he's back to doing a show called Celebrate Life at Bedford TV. So, you know, he comes over and he's like, how are you doing? And it's like everyone does when I'm at work, not everyone, but when I'm at work, people that know my journey will just come over and look at me quietly and ask how I'm doing. Like, I don't want to be known as a patient. I just want to be known like as a person. And yet I do very much appreciate when people ask me how I'm doing, or how I'm doing today, or whatever it is. So at the time I was very much into like, people have all these misconceptions about cancer, blah, blah, blah. I want to set the record straight. I didn't phrase it that way, but I asked him vulnerably, I asked him if I could come on his show and talk about, like, not so much my cancer journey, because there's 200 friggin' whatever vlogs to explain all that. Oh, sorry, my arms. But more so the misconceptions people have about, like, oh, you know, you have your hair, so you're all good. Oh, you're post-op, so you're all good. So just go about life, you know, not getting that it's not usually until like after the treatment's done and after you're healed from the surgery that it really like hits you, like, what the fuck just happened and how do I move on with my life? or this new life or whatever. So today's Monday, he's interviewing me Wednesday morning. Oh my gosh, I'm sweating. So maybe I'll even bring my kazoo. I don't know, but the point is, like, when I talk to him, the chairs are very comfy, but I have to intentionally like sit up and talk out at him versus like down. So I haven't done, I hosted my own talk show, Neighbors to Know, and I haven't done a Neighbors to Know with a guest since my diagnosis. So this will be the first time I'm like really having a discussion with someone, and I don't even know what he's going to ask. I mean, I can't just have it all be about me on my soapbox. But you know, we'll see what happens. He's good with time management, and you know that I'm not. So talking about what I need to talk about in 30 minutes, like, we'll see what happens. But I'll show the kazoo thing, and then I'm sweating and I need to get home and get to work. So, you know, sitting up straight, you inhale like you normally would, and when you exhale, you're not like blowing like, you're not like blowing hard just to make a sound. What she had me do today was that I don't normally, when I exhale, it takes conscious effort to make sound as I'm exhaling, where she just like make a sound as she's exhaling. That was like doing homework. I tried, I just couldn't do it. So today she had me say words, but just have the kazoo in front of me, so I'm not really blowing, it's just that my air is coming out and I'm facing out when I'm speaking. So she had me counting, so it would be like, wait, hold on. And she said, don't worry about going to a high number. She only went like 1 and then 2. I'm doing it kind of fast, but let me try it with my right arm. So I'm sitting up straight. Hold on. Even that, I'm trying too hard. And the point is to do it out. Right now I'm being kind of raspy as I'm doing it. I think just because of the environment that I'm in is obviously not a comfy, cozy place to be. But basically, you know, you're inhaling, and when you're exhaling, you're saying things out, like Monday, so that the word is not coming from here, it's kind of coming from like down here without having to try so hard. Tuesday. And it's hard to do such a weird exercise and not try. So it's going to take practice. It seems like such a basic thing to do, but you know, if you're in the same boat as me, I mean, obviously breathing is an issue after surgery because it's all, you know, it's here. It's all your chest and stuff, and your, what do you call it, your pecs. So yeah, that's what I'm working on next, is like inhaling and then exhaling and breathing straight out while keeping myself like upright or in a squat, but not trying so hard with the breathing. It has to come more naturally. And, you know, your body just automatically gets tense. It wants to protect itself. It wants to make everything tight. And the tightness is what could have exacerbated the whole allergy thing. Who knows? I'm not a medical doctor. I don't know. I just have all these appointments and I share what MGH Boston looks like. That's just one of the parts. There's many parts to it. That's not even the main entrance, I don't think. I think it's further down. Anyway, I'll keep you posted what's going on. And it'd be interesting actually to look back or rewatch some of the vlogs to see how raspy I get with when I talk. Because even I'm very used to talking for long periods of time. But when I'm talking, it's all tight in here. This is where all my talking is coming from, and it shouldn't be coming from there. I should probably practice and speak slowly so words come not from my throat. But you hear how it gets raspy at the end? Because I'm running out of breath. And I shouldn't be running out of breath. Practice and patience. That's where I am. Alrighty, wish me luck on the show on Wednesday. And I'll make sure that I share a link on the Facebook page or in the next description or something when it comes out. Alright, bye y'all.